Hello, my name is Jonathan Soul, and welcome to the Soul Train. Today, we profile Jonathan A. Foust and his wife, Nancy Anna Schaefer, another amazing pioneer couple. And we also uncover another descendant that served in the Revolutionary War. So, honestly, I did not think that when I started profiling my third great grandparents that I would find so much rich and wonderful material, but there is. It's great. You're going to love it. So today we profile Jonathan Foust and his wife Nancy Anna Schaefer, who are my third great grandparents. Let's take a look at the family tree. One of their many children was Jacob Foust. And so let's dive right in. So take a look at this blurb. It really provides an excellent summary of Jonathan Foust. A couple of fun things to note. It says he's married to Anna Scherer. It's Schaefer, not Scherer. They were involved in the Methodist Episcopal Church, and that would continue through their son Jacob. And also, he had been part of the Democratic Party, but then joined the Republican Party since the war. And just an interesting blurb about Jonathan Foust. I have two more blurbs that are just fun to read. Here is one talking about how Jonathan Foust built the first brick home. And here's another one profiling Jonathan Foust as an old timer, yet still active with his friends and enjoying the pleasant day. So Jonathan Foust, such an outstanding character and family man and pioneer. So I began to do some research on his wife, Nancy Anna Schaefer. And this is where things get even more interesting. Because Nancy Anna Schaefer, as I was Googling her and doing research on Ancestry.com, she is the son of a Revolutionary War soldier. And so she comes up in a lot of DAR research materials, as well as other documents that record her lineage, and her descendants connect to her. And so then they also connect to her father, who fought in the Revolutionary War. So I misspeak from time to time. If you haven't noticed already, I'm sure you ignore them. I did refer to her as a son. She is Andrew Schaefer's daughter. He fought in the Revolutionary War, and I can't wait to tell you about his biography. Oh my gosh. Anyway, take a look at this blurb, this summary of Nancy Anna Schaefer, and references Jonathan Foust and how she made her way with her family out west. All right, let's take a look at a map, shall we? Jonathan was born in 1802. Jonathan Foust was born in 1802 in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh. Nancy was born in 1804 in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Both families would migrate west as settlers to Ohio, and they would meet and marry in Ohio in 1824. They would live there for 14 years, and then land opened up for sale by the government in Indiana. And Jonathan Foust would travel there with his brother, and he would purchase land, then come back to Ohio, pick up his family, and they would move the entire family back out to Indiana, and they started life there in 1838, and they would live in Salamani Township in Indiana for 50 years. And Nancy would pass away in 1888, and Jonathan Foust would pass away in 1890. Well, you might be wondering, I was wondering, where in this whole story are the Native American populations? Well, let's take a look at the Indian Removal Act of 1830. Thank you, Wikipedia, for this quick summary. I'll put it up here. Click pause and read it all the way through. Well, the Indian Removal Act would tragically lead to the Potawatomi Trail of Death March in 1838, which is the same year that Jonathan Foust would move and purchase land that would now be available in Indiana. There are these two plaques that show the actual trail, the forcible march, where 42 people perished along the way. And it begins in Indiana, land that has been cleared of Native American populations, making land available for purchase for settlers moving west. So this is just part of the legacy that we need to remember, that my ancestors took advantage of the forcible removal of Native American populations so that they could live and prosper. I will close this profile of Jonathan A. Foust Sr. and Nancy Anna Schaefer with a clip of their obituaries and a picture of their stone. Again, Nancy would pass away first in 1888. And here is a clip of that notice in the newspaper. Jonathan Foust would pass away 2 years later, and here's that clip. And I'll close with images of their gravestones in Indiana. What an amazing couple, big family, parents of Jacob Foust. And what a wonderful story. Until next time, this has been the Soul Train.
State of Arkansas, where my great-grandpa met my great-grandma. They drink apple cider and they get on a jag, and they dance all night to the salty dog rag. They play an old fiddle like you never heard before. They play the only tune that they ever did know. It's a ragtime ditty and the rhythm don't drag. Now here's the way you dance to the salty dog rag.